let's take a second and look at if you were at this point in time getting ready to hire a senior management person, what kind of qualities would you be looking for in today's world? And would that have been different from what you had been looking for in the 80s and 90s? What are those characteristics that you look for in a PR professional?
Well, I tell you, I just used to shudder when I would be talking to someone and I'd say, why do you think you want to go into this field? And they'd say, because I like people. And I used to always say, that's not a requirement. This is not what we do. I want somebody who's smart. I want somebody who has a track record. Now you're talking about a senior position. Mm-hmm. I want somebody who really has had a variety of experiences. If I can find somebody who's had some public sector experiences, I will lean that way, because I think there is great public relations practiced in the public sector, and I encourage young people to look at the public sector. The world is not created in corporate America. There is wonderful public relations being practiced in hospitals and in all kinds of nonprofit organizations. I think of, everyone has read about the bridge collapse in Minnesota within the last month. And Ted Canova, the head of public relations for the American Red Cross, became a voice that was heard around the world and put really the right kind of perspective, added that perspective to this tragic happening. But it was his good thinking, his good sense, and his background is media and the public arena. So I would really tip, if I were struggling between several people to hire, someone that's had some public sector experience, I think that's a great plus. I want people who are creative, and I guess I've always looked for people that have a spark. Mm-hmm. I want somebody who gets excited about coming to work in the morning. And when I do talk to college students, and I always tell them that the job they want is a job where when they're going in the elevator or walking in the door of where they work, that their heart beats fast. Mm-hmm. And when it doesn't beat fast, then look for something else to do. Because in our field, you need that passion. You need that great love of what you do that makes it possible to sort of slug through some of the stuff to get to the good points in time. I want people with a sense of humor. But I want people who can listen. I really am bored by people who talk too much. Mm-hmm. and who seem to have the answer to every question. Because I used to always say when I taught school that William Shakespeare did not, unfortunately for many high school English teachers, did not publish a teacher's guide. So if you interpret it one way, who's to say you're not right? So I really like people who are good thinkers, and that's what I look for.